life would bring, and I missed my parents dearly.
That's John Carpenter. He was just a 10-year-old boy when he lost his family to the plague. Poor lamb. When he eventually walked to Chesterfield, he was a young man with naught but the bag of carpentry tools his father left him and a clever way of working with wood.
I see a new life waiting. It's waiting for me in this old town. I see from this old hilltop, I see the homes here for miles round. I'll make my future one day, have my own place. God gives me chances. He smiles down on me, sees the day. Now truth brings me justice, sees the day. A new home is near, I'll make my way and look for a new me, seize the day. My future is here.
It was young Walter he met first.
What brought you to Chesterfield, John?
That church spire they're building. I hear they're in need of good carpenters.
They are. Many craftsmen were lost to the plague. They're bringing in timber by the cartload day on day, but they're still behind with the build.
Are you apprenticed to anyone, Walter?
My father died before I could be, and though survived, it left me unfit for a skill. I learned slowly.
Your soul must be made of stern stuff to have survived the pestilence, Walter. But you must earn a crust somehow.
Seize the day, I have to explore life. Seize the day, for I must be free. Don't they say the time waits for no man? Seize the day, the future is waiting for me.
I do jobs all over town. I'd not leave my sister Catherine alone to provide for us.
Good lad. Are there just the two of you?
Aye, she's well liked. If you need any work doing, Master John, I'm willing.
Thanks, lad. I'll see you later. I need to speak to the master carpenter at the church.
That's when I met him. I was talking to Will when he came looking for a job. Will snapped him up, of course, and I asked if he needed lodgings. When he met Catherine, he fell head over heels. Silly bugger. She's an independent young woman. Says she needs no man in her life except a brother. As for Walter, he grew to idolise the young man, and now he follows him everywhere. So the two of them been thrown in each other's paths anyway.
If I take you on, you stick with me. You must work quickly, come and see.
Yes,
While you're here, I'll have respect. So set yourself straight to what I direct.
You need somewhere to rest at the end of the day. I have bed and food and a place to stay. There's one or two rules for you to learn. Wash your hands before you return. It's the only room, so be prepared to check with me if you want it shared.
We'll start at dawn, there'll be no slacking. A firefight course, I'll send you
And
packing.
you leave what the thirst for beer. Don't worry, lad, I'll make home brew.
I'll be there, have no fear.
Work for pay and rest. And in payment from 8 pence a week, you'll get fresh sheets and the meals you seek.
It pays 4 pence a day and a flag and a veil. Tomorrow at dawn, here we're bound.
I'll be there, I'll be here. You have nothing to fear. I'll be here. I'll be here.
On the way home that evening, John met Catherine and Walter walking home. By the time he reached my house, his legs were shaking. He was that smitten with the lass.
You should have let me carry your bucket, miss.
Thank you kindly, but I'm no shrinking violet. And anyway, we're at Martha's now.
Evening, Catherine. Have you come calling on my new lodger?
Certainly not. I have need of no bairns in my life, child or man.
Oh, come, girl. A good man could take the load off your shoulders.
That's as may be, but we fare well enough. I like to come and go as I please, not at the beck and call of a man. I've no wish to be a servant.
You must choose a man wisely, then. Find one that knows your worth. There are pleasures with a man that outweigh the chores of a kitchen, my girl.
You're a brazen woman, Martha Cooper.
What think you, John? Would she not be a fine catch for any man?
I suspect Catherine has too much sense to be caught by just any man.
Well, I thought, we'll see about that. After a couple of weeks, John had settled in, and Will gave him some trusted jobs. Everything seemed to be going fine, but then something terrible happened that affected us all.
Okay, lad. You've put in some good graft and no mistake. I want you to strengthen that cross bracing. This is a clad spire. It won't take the weight of those lead tiles as it is. 33 tons of the stuff. Replace those two sections or the lot will buckle or come down on us. I'm sick of bad workmanship. There's a number of things on this site that I'm worried about, and that cross bracing is just one of them. I value your talent, lad. It's heartening to have a sound man around I can rely on. What the?
I'll swing for you, Stephen, you big-mouthed goat's tit. I'll shut that trap of yours once and for all.
For the Lord's sake, Mark, calm down. I said only what was obvious to all. You're that drunk, you can't plane in a straight line.
That's enough. You've been warned about brawling, Mark.
He needs to keep his opinions to himself.
Brandishing knives aids nothing.
It's lucky you came, or he'd have my blade up his bleeding ass.
Watch your mouth, man. This is God's house you're in.
He's a creeping gobshite.
I'll have no more of this. You're off the job for good. Get your goods and leave.
You're sacking me for that stinking pile of shite. Now, not forget this. Don't walk down any dark alleys.
Come on, Stephen. Let's get a start on that brace. I'll fetch the timber.
John had gone into the transept to fetch the timber they needed for the cross brace. But when he came back to Stephen, he was covered in blood.
Will's been stabbed.
Good Christ.
Help me carry him.
Did you see who did it?
No, he was on the floor with a knife in his back.
The coroner was summoned immediately.
Who found the body?
I did.
And you are?
John, a carpenter.
What can you tell me of this?
I went to fetch timber. I came across the master of the transept. He'd been stabbed.
Was he alive at that point?
Barely, sir.
Is that his blood on your tunic?
Aye.
Do you have any witnesses?
Well, I was alone when I found him, but I'm no killer.
Will. Murdered. It was dreadful. And because John had no witnesses, he became suspect to the killing alongside Mark, who'd made threats earlier. Then, as if the lad wasn't in enough trouble, the coroner learned of something in John's past that increased his suspicion of him.
This is not looking good for you, my man.
I come when I am called, and always am appalled at what has just occurred. Before the body is interred, I interrogate each fact corroborate with tact. I make the world a safer place because that's what a coroner does. It certainly is. The world will be the safe place that it was. I make the world a safer place because that's what this coroner does.
Don't attempt to leave Chesterfield.
I've no intention of leaving. I want this will in court, and not only to clear my name.
Have a care, John Carpenter. This is not looking good for you. I've been told of your dealings in York.
What? I was attacked by a robber.
That's not what I've heard.
Well, that's what happened. I did not murder Will, I swear.
Take the body away.
Next thing, Mark was murdered, and a beam at the building site accidentally fell on John, breaking his arm so he couldn't work. Everyone on site got scared then and thought that the build was jinxed. The lad was so worried that I'd ask him to leave his lodging because he couldn't earn. As if. I'm a good Christian woman. Anyway, it was very pleasant to have a handsome young man around the house. So with time on his hands and Walter trailing behind, John really started to search for Will's killer. We had all heard that John had a suspicious past, and Catherine, unhappy that Walter is involved with John, is torn in two, struggled to fight off her growing attraction for him.
While of a man new to this town, his hands are strong, his work is fine. Why is my heart so torn in two? I little thought what love could do. Did he bring death into this place with hurt and grief on every face? Just when we hoped it was all done, should I resist or should I run? Deep inside a feeling so strong of love for him and home. I'll keep my watch and ready be for those who call upon me. The water is wide, how do I cross over? And neither have I wings to fly. Oh, love is sharp, cuts like a knife. Should I welcome him into my life, into my life, into my life?
And then, God save us all, Walter went missing, looking for clues that might lead to Will's killer. Attacked and traumatised, he staggered home to Catherine, unable to even speak. The situation was getting desperate.
How's Walter?
Alive, no thanks to you.
You can't blame me for this. The lad just wanted to help.
He is too young to look for killers. He wouldn't be in this state if he wasn't trying to be like you. So frightened these days, and he still can't say what happened.
I'll find out who did this to him.
Will's wife brought this for you. She thinks it might help you find Will's killer.
Of course. That's it. When Walter can tell me what he thinks he saw, I might have the answer. Then I'll bring Will's killer to justice, I swear it.
What can I do if my work has ended? The only job I've been great at. My father taught me the tricks of the trade. It kept me alive in the midst of the plague. I need a steady job. I'm a worker with my hands. I have a skill, or had a skill. Oh, how will I pull through? I need a well-paid job. But what job can I do? They hear my cries, though I criticize. Now I realize, when I'm well, I'll find him. I will catch the brute and bind him. I will make sure those who mind him find the truth. I must know what happened here. My heart tells me it's overdue. Will they ever accept my past? I'll prove to them what I say must be true. I've wandered from job to job for years, never knowing how long to stay there. Now they'll say that I have to lay low, but when I am strong I will never let go. It's time I chose my fate. I mustn't hesitate, for justice delayed is justice denied. I need justice.